Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Matura with JB. I'm your host, Jane, and today we're diving into a topic that's super relevant for our planet and, well, for your English exam. Earth Day. We're going to explore its history, significance, and how it's celebrated around the world. Joining me today is Mr. Green, an environmental expert. Welcome, Mr. Green.
Thank you, Jane. It's a pleasure to be here and talk about Earth Day with you and your listeners. It's a topic close to my heart, and I think it's really important for young people to understand its significance.
So, Mr. Green, let's start with the basics. What exactly is Earth Day? I mean, most of us have heard of it, but what's the real story?
Well, Jane, Earth Day is essentially a day dedicated to raising awareness and appreciation for our planet's environment. It was founded by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson as an environmental teach-in, and the first one was held on April 22, 1970. Think of it as a global reminder to take care of our Earth.
A teach-in. Okay. So it's like a big lesson about the environment? Why April 22nd? Was there a particular reason for choosing that date?
Exactly, Jane. Senator Nelson chose April 22nd to maximize participation, especially on college campuses. It wasn't during exams or spring breaks, and it didn't clash with any major religious holidays. Plus, the weather was likely to be decent enough to hold outdoor events. It was all about getting as many people involved as possible.
That makes sense. So, the first Earth Day in 1970, what was it like? What actually happened?
The first Earth Day was huge. Around 20 million Americans participated. Colleges and universities organized protests against things like polluting factories, oil spills, and toxic waste. It was a moment when different groups fighting for environmental causes realized they shared common goals.
Wow, 20 million people! That's incredible. It sounds like it really made an impact. Did it lead to any real changes?
Absolutely. The first Earth Day is credited with persuading U.S. politicians that environmental issues mattered to voters. In the years following 1970, Congress passed important laws like the Clean Air Act, and the Environmental Protection Agency was created.
That's amazing! So Earth Day wasn't just a one-off event. It actually sparked lasting change. Now, I know Earth Day is celebrated all over the world. Are there different ways it's observed in different countries?
Yes, definitely. While the core message remains the same, environmental awareness and action, the specific activities can vary. Some communities organize cleanup drives, tree planting events, or educational workshops. Others focus on promoting sustainable practices like recycling and energy efficiency. Earth Day Canada, for example, has several year-round programs focused on environmental education.
That's really interesting. It's great to see how different communities are finding their own ways to celebrate and contribute. Now, I've also heard about something called the Equinox Earth Day. What's that all about?
Ah, yes. The Equinox Earth Day is celebrated around March 20th, which marks the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. It's a time when day and night are of equal length. This Earth Day focuses on global unity and environmental harmony. It was first proposed by John McConnell at a UNESCO conference.
So, 2 Earth Days in a year. That's double the opportunity to make a difference. Now, for our listeners who are preparing for their English Matura, can you give us some key vocabulary related to Earth Day?
Certainly. Some important words and phrases include environmental awareness, sustainability, conservation, pollution, recycling, renewable energy, carbon footprint, and climate change. Understanding these terms will not only help you discuss Earth Day, but also tackle other environmental topics in your exam.
That's a great list, Mr. Green. Thanks. Now, let's talk about some criticisms of Earth Day. I read that some people think it's become too commercialized or that it's lost its original purpose. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a valid point, Jane. Some argue that Earth Day has become more of a symbolic gesture than a catalyst for real change. There's a risk of greenwashing, where companies promote themselves as environmentally friendly without making significant changes to their practices. However, I believe that Earth Day still serves as a valuable platform to raise awareness and inspire action, as long as we stay critical and demand genuine commitment.
That's a balanced perspective. It's important to stay informed and hold companies accountable. So, Mr. Green, what can our listeners, as young EFL learners, do to make a difference on Earth Day and beyond?
There are many things they can do. Start by reducing your own environmental impact. Recycle, save energy, use public transport or bike, and reduce your consumption. Educate yourself and others about environmental issues. Participate in local cleanup events or tree planting activities. And most importantly, use your voice to advocate for change. Write to your elected officials, support environmental organizations, and make informed choices as consumers.
Those are some fantastic suggestions. It's all about taking small, consistent steps and making a conscious effort to live more sustainably. Mr. Green, this has been incredibly insightful. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today.
My pleasure, Jane. Remember, every action counts, and together, we can make a difference for our planet.
So to wrap things up, remember that Earth Day is more than just a date on the calendar. It's a reminder of our responsibility to protect the environment and a call to action for a more sustainable future. We've learned about its origins, its impact, and how it's celebrated around the world. We've also explored some key vocabulary and discussed ways you can make a difference in your own lives. Whether it's reducing your carbon footprint, supporting environmental initiatives, or simply spreading awareness, every little bit helps. So, this Earth Day, let's all commit to making a positive change for our planet. Thanks for tuning in to English Matura with JEB, and we'll catch you next time.